All right, hello, hello, hello. We are live, streaming here on YouTube. Remember, if you want to come into our Google Hangout, you have to go over and like us on Facebook, the Paranormal Psychic Network. Tonight's show was supposed to be about a roundtable discussion about UFOs, and unfortunately, Miss Bell had to cancel on us tonight, so we have decided to postpone that particular topic. I will be changing the information on the description as soon as the show here is over. But for now, Miss Christina, hello, say hello. She is in a jolly mood.
I'm Santa out, girl. I'm so into Santa right now.
How do you look good? You got your hat on.
I do. My scarf. Got my jingle bells. I'm good to go.
Right? So, all right then. I know you are just itching to talk about, the spirit of Christmas, Santa Claus. Where do you want to start, girl?
I know, huh? I know. Well, as we know, and I'm going to let you discuss it, but Santa Claus has been around for many, many, many generations, and we all believed in Santa Claus at one point in our life, I hope. And in a way, I still believe in Santa Claus, at least the spirit of Christmas and the persona of who Santa Claus is and what he stands for. And so it's just a home, coming home, beautiful, just warm, fuzzy all over feeling to me this time of year. And I hope to all of you that are listening. Now, Solana just mentioned kind of the origin of Santa Claus and how it started. So I'm going to let Santa Claus, Solana, explain where he came from and who he was. And I think we'll just kind of take it from there. Now, tell me what you said.
Well, again, which part did I say? Yeah, we're talking about
Saint Nicholas.
Saint Nicholas. There was an actual Saint Nicholas who did take toys around to the orphanages and the poor children that were in the area, but not, it wasn't worldwide and didn't get worldwide until actually much later in England. And of course, we all know the Santa Claus story and everything. If you look at the original text and everything about it, it's pretty much based in that British tradition, wrapped around again, though, having that homage and that respect and that gratitude for being alive and for the poor. A lot of it was centered around to help the poor, and it's just crazy how now it's like that has turned, and like the poor people don't even get to experience. If you talk to a kid who was raised poor, he didn't know what Santa Claus was because he didn't get Santa Claus at his house. It's just there's a lot of kids that didn't get it today in the last several generations. But the spirit of Christmas, I believe, is what we really want to center that around, because it is supposedly the birth of Jesus. And then the Druid tradition, everything actually from Thanksgiving. These are new terminologies, that are just within the last the 20th century, because they were, harvest time, and it was a different time for the Druids. I can't even tell you all the names that the Druids in that tradition have given this time of year. I can't keep track. So, that's our understanding. I know growing up in my house, I learned really young, that Santa Claus wasn't the one putting the trees or the gifts under the trees. I caught with my own eyes. My parents doing it. And so that kind of, from a young age, but, I grew up in a whole other world anyway. We don't need to talk about that. But yeah, from a young age, I didn't believe it. And then even growing up with my own kids, raising my own kids, I didn't want to just focus on the Santa Claus part of the story. I wanted to make sure they understood and had a good balance of really what Christmas is about and why we celebrated it. We always made a cake just for Jesus.
Yeah. Aw. Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Aw. Well, that's really a cool story. And kind of the same here, too. I being raised Catholic, and of course we did the Catholic Church on Christmas Eve, and we always brought baby Jesus into every Christmas and into the stories that I grew up with. But Santa Claus was also incorporated into that, and just this amazing jolly guy with his reindeer that would come, and we were little kids, and boy, I tell you, me and my brother would make sure we would be in bed by 8 o'clock Christmas Eve, because, oh my God, we didn't want to, disturb Santa. We would make sure he got our cookies and milk, and we got our presents. And, I believed in Santa Claus for many years. I was probably, when it finally dawned on me that it was actually just what was in the heart and the spirit of it, I think I was probably 9, 10 years old.
Yeah.
Truly.
Wow. You had a good run for it.
I did. But, I grew up in a very, very small community, farming community with very like-minded children, and we were all just good kids, and we went to church, and we went to school, and we played, and we didn't have a lot of outside influences and things, and TV like they have now, commercialism and everything else. So it was a different time. It truly was. 'Cause I think my son was 3 when he quit believing, so anyway.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, again, they get to, people talk, and they, at school and stuff like that, they get told, and I know that my kids probably bursted a few bubbles for some other kids because, again, I even though I was married to Mr. Christmas, and he made sure that, it was all Santa Claus and all about, the decorations and the presents and everything. So they were raised with that, but at the same time, I let them know that Christmas, the Santa Claus, this, that it was more about the spirit of Christmas, about the spirit of giving, to those especially that were less fortunate. And so, I'm sure they went to school and busted the bubble of a couple of kids, because they're like, oh no, Santa Claus isn't real. That's your mom and dad. I know. Like I said, I'm not a conspiracist. I don't get into the lies and the bullcrap. I'm a realist. I like to talk about everything.
Exactly, But I think that we all have our own traditions and our own beliefs when it comes to Christmas and what it stands for. I don't like the commercialism of Christmas. I don't like the fact that, a week before Thanksgiving, maybe even 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, you go into anywhere, Costco, whatever. It's
go back, there. Yeah. Right after or Halloween, they start putting stuff out for Christmas.
Absolutely.
They have a few shelves dedicated to what they want to call their harvest, fall series, Thanksgiving. But then they're already setting up the shelves and rearranging the store to make ready for all the Christmas decorations.
Absolutely.
It's definitely a commercialized holiday. I mean, just like, whatever you want to make of it. I think that, like Valentine's Day is, just a holiday to...
Just a day,
just to make money, I mean, they see that... I think a lot of these holidays, they've become what they are because of the commercialism behind it.
There is so much commercialism behind it. Black Friday sickens me, and I won't be a part of it. But that's my own feelings about it, Some people, like I know, I have 2 cousins, female cousins. I love them dearly. It's a tradition for them to go on Black Friday. It's fun and it's exciting and it's their tradition, and more power to them for that. But I personally will not succumb to that. It's not right.
No, I don't do it.
The almighty dollar.
I did it one year with my daughter, and I'll never do it again. It was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
And we were in a really small town, so it wasn't. It wasn't like being in a big town like New York or Houston, or we were in a small town, so I didn't mind. I knew that it wasn't going to be too bad, but even then, oh my God, the line outside of Walmart was just back sideways, wrapping around.
Absolutely, it is crazy.
And the stomping of the people and the trampling through, and to get to what?
Yeah, to what?
Especially today when they put so much of it online. Now we have Black Friday, we've got, Online Monday, your Small Business Day Thursday,
I know, what is that? I mean, everybody's trying to get on that bandwagon, aren't they?
They sure are.
In the
bandwagon. I tell you, this last year was one of the lowest Black Fridays in the
Good.
In how many years? I'm not sure. I can't recall. But yeah, I agree, Janie. Too many mean people. Mean.
There are mean.
And this is the Christmas spirit. This is supposed to be giving and loving and, oh no, I'm going to trample you to get to that purse.
I know.
I'm going to trample you to get to those tennis shoes. I'm going to trample you to get through the store. And it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. What would Jesus say? What would Santa Claus say? I mean, think about that, right?
Right.
Like, no. WSS. What would Santa say? No, it's not cool. I don't like it. I don't want to succumb to that or even be a part of it. But that's my own choosing and my traditions, or I keep near and dear to myself, and so I don't really start. I start celebrating Christmas the month of December, probably December 1st. I really get into it. But it's Jesus' birthday, so we celebrate the whole month.
Yes, yeah, we do celebrate our birthdays.
Yeah,
the whole month.
our birthday month, because I have birthday month August.
That's
So,
right.
I do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
The whole month.
The whole month is my special month. And then
that's not enough.
Yeah. How about the whole year?
Which is why everyone says we should celebrate the spirit of Christmas all year long. Because it's so funny when you got, these people who think that, oh, I'm gonna be good now because it's going to be Christmas time. But then as soon as Christmas is over,
we're on the naughty list again. I know.
You're right back on it. It's like, oh,
yeah.
Didn't you just, I thought we, guess not.
Yeah, exactly. You know what gives me faith for humanity? Truly does, because I sometimes go out and I'm like, really? This is what we have came to. I am over this. I'll come home and I'll watch, and you did this when you were out here for a month with me. We watched the Hallmark Channel with all those cute movies, and it gives me faith.
Yeah.
And it really energizes me. I think that those are the most amazing little movies that they've ever produced. I love them, and millions of other people sit at home and watch them. See, Chris says she loves them. I think Janie's saying she loves them. They give faith.
I love the cute movies, but when did Christmas movies turn into nothing but the woman and the man finding love and romance and getting married and having babies?
Well, it's sweet. Okay,
I want some
not all like that.
Cool. Oh no, everyone that we watched. You were even joking towards the end.
I know.
Oh, I didn't see that coming.
I didn't see that coming. You were joking at the end. But there are some that aren't lovey-dovey, but I love the lovey-dovey because I'm squishy for that. But there's one, it's called like A Shepherd's Christmas or something, and I think they're already together. But, I mean, there are some that are, cute like that too. But I don't know. There's just something about the movies. They're just warm and fuzzy all over, and they really give me faith.
Feel good movies.
I forget sometimes what it's really truly like, what it's supposed to be like, because I see so much. I don't see so much now, but when I was in California, I did so much hustle and bustle and meanness and people just crawling over each other and freeways locked down, and it was awful. Thank God I'm in Montana and I see the beauty again in human beings and society. Because where I lived, I was beginning to wonder
I've lived in places
we were living in.
Yeah, I've lived in places like that too, and it's just like with any kind of experience you go through in this lifetime. If you let it alter who you are, then they've won. And I ain't let nobody win. I'm a competitive person.
I was I lived and born and raised there my whole life, and I loved California, and I still love California. It's a part of me. It's part of my DNA. I mean, literally, I'm part of the dirt there. I come from a farming family, but I got to the age where I couldn't take it anymore. It was stifling me, and it was coming in on me, and too many people, and I was becoming a person I didn't like, and I wasn't going to let it beat me. Right. So that's why we decided to move, Mary and I, and I am in a much better place right now.
Yeah, no, I probably would have moved out of your neighborhood too. I wouldn't. I've never had an issue moving. I don't let people change me or push me out, but I certainly am picky about where I live.
Yeah.
And with that stuff that was going on, and it's just gotten worse since you left.
Yeah.
You were right to leave that area.
Yeah.
Totally.
I lived what did I say, 8 miles? I think 8 miles from Ground Zero where they had the shootings.
Right.
And 2 of my clients are actually 911 operators for San Bernardino, and they had to handle those calls, and it was devastating for them.
Right.
So, I mean, that's how close to home it was, guys. So I'm really glad to be out of that, and I'm able to enjoy my life and live the Christmas spirit all year again instead of just December, and just be comfortable in my life. And I'm 55, so it's like I'm up on the top of the hill now going down. I want to enjoy it. So I'm sliding down that snow slope really quick. So I'm going to say I'm enjoying myself.
You are so not sliding down the hill. But definitely enjoy yourself. We should do that no matter what age we are. No matter how old we are, we should enjoy ourselves and have a good time and, not be so serious. Laugh and jingle bells.
Yeah.
We should. Just
Yes.
put your foot out so you don't slide too fast. There you go, Janie.
There you go.
Take precautions. Yeah. Protect the bum.
Yeah, protect the bum. I do believe, though, and again, I do believe in Santa, but Santa lives in my heart.
Yeah.
And he'll never, ever leave my heart and always will be a part of it. So I'm proud of the fact of that. And I was very fortunate in my life growing up and in my adult life to have that, because I know, like you said, many children and adults don't get to have that. And I'm sorry for that, and I pray for them, and I pray for every night anyway for everybody. But it's sad not to have that in your life. I was curious if you're okay with it, to see if maybe Janie or Chris has a story about Santa Claus and how they believe.
Sure.
If you guys want to come on. Chris, do you want to come on real quick and talk about your experience, and then we'll come to Janie? Just unmute yourself. I would love to hear it because you're chatting.
I am chatty.
Chatty.
I'm just trying to think, my mom one year, God bless her, she's so cute, and she had, I don't know how many people orchestrate this thing for Christmas for me. She had Santa call me. And we lived right by SeaTac Airport at the time, and I was so little, but every time a plane would go by, she'd be like, "Look, there's Santa,"
Yay!
Years later, I found out, because of course I wanted everything to be right for Santa, so I had the oranges and I had cookies, and my mom was like, "No, really, that's enough. You don't have to put that much stuff out there." And then she totally forgot that she, took everything because she woke up late. And she took everything and threw everything in her closet. And, a year or two later, she came, gross.
Oh, my God.
But I just thought that was really sweet that she went through all that effort. And I just try to do the same thing for my kids. Even now, I try to make it special for them. They don't believe in it anymore, but I try to at least make it special for them.
I know you do. You're an amazing mother. I see you on Facebook, and I can imagine. Santa Claus lives in your heart, doesn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
In the spirit of Christmas and Jesus, and so that's awesome. Well, that's really cute. And I know you have an amazing mother because you've spoke of her before. So
I love my.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's what Christmas is about. So kudos to you. Yay, that makes me happy.
Yeah. But hello, who found the stuff in the closet again?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
2 years later, we're about to move, and she found all these moldy oranges because she totally forgot. She just threw it in the closet because she didn't want to ruin the surprise for me. Right? And she's like, "Oh, they were in the shoes and everything." It was funny.
Oh, ew.
Yeah. Ew.
And moldy oranges don't smell good either.
Yeah, no. The things that the moms do for their kids.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. What about you, Janie? Do you have any cool stories?
Well, not really any cool stories. I make sure that the Santa spirit is alive and well with my grandchildren and my children.
Aww.
But when I was growing up, I stopped believing in Santa Claus very young. I don't even remember how old I was. And it wasn't because anybody told me. It's just I grew up in an alcoholic family. So one Christmas would be a whole lot different than next. You never knew.
Yeah.
But one was alcoholic, but they were both religious. So it was a lot of contradiction.
Yeah.
Confusing. Yeah, it was confusing.
Yeah, it is.
And like Chris said, I found Christmas presents in the closet too. But I didn't think about them being from Santa Claus. I knew better. But I still was not supposed to look at them.
No.
No.
Mama would send them back.
Oh, yeah. That was always a threat.
Oh, my God. It never worked. My son knew. He could just shake the box and know what it was.
Well, I found out when my kids grew up, and I didn't know it. But one year they had, that one year was fantastic for them for Santa. Really, me at that age, they knew better, but they're like 12 and 14. But they had opened every single one of the presents and rewrapped them. Every single one of them. They didn't tell me till they grown up, And I said, "Weren't you all disappointed?" And they said, "Yes." Afterwards, we were.
Right. And they didn't have nothing special to
when
open
Christmas
up.
was not Christmas, exactly. But I think because of my lack as a childhood in that respect, I always treated it with Christmas with very much respect. Not only for Jesus, but a lot for Santa too, because of my children.
Mm-hmm.
See, and you made it so much better for them. You broke that mold, and you made it exciting. And they'll always have those memories, Janie, of you doing that. Same with Chris. Those memories that you instilled in those children during the holidays will never, ever go away.
No, they don't. My kids do it for their kids now, you know? And even my son, they don't have children, but he decorates and does the tree and buys for his kitty cats. He does.
He does. I've seen it. He does. He truly does.
Because they do hold on to that, and they do their fondest memories, you know, of course, are Christmas, and you know, so that's always what sticks with the kid. You know,
absolutely,
different memories. Christmas.
I gotta share a story with you guys. I kind of had a little bit of a Christmas miracle myself today, but I am. Sorry about that.
I'm like, what? That's not Jingle Bells.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to hit that. That's my miracle. No. I got my granddaughter. She lives in Texas, and I'm here in Montana. But I got her a Kindle Fire, the new ones, where it's like a computer is what it is. So her mother, she opened it today, and her mother added Skype to it. So I got to talk to her on Skype. I got to see my granddaughter, you guys. It was amazing. I haven't seen her in a long time. And we won't go into that part of my life, but it's been a long time. So I had to cry and suck it back and got to see her, and I visited with her, and she was taking me around the house. I had showed her all the snow here and stuff, and she looked, and her eyes got big. She's 6 years old, you guys. Her eyes got big on Skype, and I went out in the backyard, and I said, here, look at my backyard. And I have 2 feet of snow out here, and it's still snowing hard. And she went, oh my God, it's Christmas at your house. And I went, it is, because she lives in Northeast Texas, and they're not getting much snow. It's like 70, 80 degrees there today. So she thought that was the coolest thing in the whole wide world. So quickly, I got to take you over here. She went in, and she said, I want to show you what I got. I'm so excited. She talks very smart, very articulate. She says, I'm so excited. You're not going to believe what I got. I'm going to take you to my bedroom, and I'm going to show you what I got. And I said, okay, let's go. And so I love Skype. Oh my God, it's wonderful. So she takes me to her bedroom. She sets down her mom helps her, and she sets down her little computer, and she shows me this package that she got in the mail from the North Pole. Now, mind you guys, I sent her this package. I had it sent to her from the North Pole. She has no idea, though.
That was back in early November.
Oh, early November, I sent her this amazing package. And it's a box, and and she showed me everything that was in it. It had an autographed picture of all the elves, and she showed me that. A bell, a Christmas gold bell on a beautiful little rope, and that was part of Rudolph's harness. She got that. She got an autographed hoof of Rudolph. She got a cookie tin with a cookie baked by Mrs. Santa Claus, and an autograph of Mrs. Santa Claus, and she got a letter from Santa Claus. And it was personalized with her name in it, her mom and dad, and her grandma and grandpa. And it was autographed by, of course, Santa Claus. And she was like so excited. Oh my gosh, she couldn't believe she got this. She said, you know what, Grandma? It's because I'm really good. And I'm on the nice list. Because I took it to school and nobody else got one. So I'm very special. And I said, you are very, very special. And it was an amazing time for me. And I kind of started to cry. So I'm like holding back the tears because she was so excited. She'll always have that in her heart, that she knows that in Santa Claus has a place in his heart for her. And she'll never forget that, you guys, ever. And so for me, that was this huge miracle, and it was beautiful.
So beautiful.
I really was. So if you ever guys send one of those packages, they're $20, do it. It's so worth it for your babies. It's a beautiful package, beautifully illustrated.
You had no idea either, huh? You thought it was just you sending a letter from Santa Claus.
Well, I knew it said it was going to send a bell and something else, and I thought, well, okay, that's cool. And an embossed stamp with the official embossed. I thought, okay, that's cool. I didn't know it was going to have a cookie tin and all this other stuff. That's what I thought, $20. Wow, okay, well, whatever, because I don't read the fine print or nothing.
Right.
I just send it, she's getting a letter. Woohoo! But she got all this really cool stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But that's something that, like, again, that's what I was going to tell you guys, and I think I already have, but you'll carry that forever. What a beautiful memory, right? So,
right.
you guys can.
Yeah, I know it is. It is a cool idea, you know, and it does. That's where Santa Claus really lives, in your heart.
Yes. And there he is again. He keeps popping
There
in.
he is again.
So, but anyway, I had to share that with you guys because it was just.
That was
awesome.
very cool, and I know you personally, so I know how much of a miracle that was for you.
That was my Christmas miracle. I had 2
Yeah.
today, and that was my first Christmas miracle. And I'm going to tell you guys, if you don't understand the situation that I'm in, being gay and things, and other things that's happened in my life, I don't get contact with my family, and if you knew them like I did, it probably will never happen until I'm on my deathbed. Well, it happened today. That was a Christmas miracle, and my mother, who won't have anything to do with me at all, and never asks about me, and you know, I'm kind of, sort of, I guess you would say, dead to him. I don't know. But she actually called my aunt, her sister, and asked about me and asked for my phone number. And you have to understand, that hasn't happened in years. And even my mom's sister, when she called to tell me, because she was so excited, she started to cry because she knows my mother, and that would never, ever happen. My mother would have to be dying or dead before she would want to have anything to do with me. So that was another miracle, that she even asked about me and wanted my phone number. So yeah, I'm choking back the tears now because, guys, miracles happen, and they do at Christmas, and you have to pray and you have to believe, you know. And I do believe, and I live my life the best I can. So miracles happen, especially at Christmas. So
they do.
They do.
There's so many that are in your position, and it's just horrible. You know, it's the worst feeling to not feel wanted by family. You know,
especially
not
now.
for anything that, you know, you intentionally did. You know, that's the most craziest part. You had a really good relationship with your whole family until recently.
I came out of the closet, and some other things happened, and so yeah.
Yeah, so that's huge, and I'm so happy for you. I know how that touched you.
I know. Thank you, Solana, because that means a lot coming from you too. So, and Chris and Janie too. Thank you guys. It was pretty cool. So, you guys believe in Christmas. Just believe in it because.
Yeah. And I'm with you, Chris. I don't get that either. As a parent, I don't care. I even put myself in the position of, you know, what if my kids killed somebody or commit a murder, or, you know, I'd still find them help. I'd still do what I could. You know what I mean? I wouldn't.
You could be disgusted in the act, right? But not. Right. Yeah. I mean, you would still unconditionally love, because like you said to me earlier, love has no conditions.
That's it. None. There's no conditions on my love, especially for my children. There are no conditions. I love them unconditionally. Whatever we go through, you know, I do what I have to do to maintain a relationship, and that's what you have to do as a parent. Because shit happens, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
it does.
Go through crap in life, you know, and they need to know that they can count on at least family. If you can't count on family, you know,
it's who do you gonna count on? You know, I could count on you though, Solana, so that's cool.
You know, but we're soul family. That's our soul train's coming in because.
Yeah, we are. That's true. Yeah. But like you said, there's a lot of people in this situation. I have 2 clients. One that is an Indian from India, and she can't ever tell her parents that she wants to marry outside her. What's it called? Caste. Right. She can't marry outside her caste. Mm-hmm. If she does, she'll be disowned from her family, and that, or you know, it's might as well be dead. And I have another client that she's gay, and she can never tell her parents because she'll be dead to them, and it's sad. It's so sad. Mm-hmm. It just breaks my heart that you can't be who you are.
You know, so much separation that goes on all year long, and you know, a lot of families do come together at Christmas time because they, you know, they feel that you know, spirit, and that because there's so many people giving. I know it's all commercialized and stuff, but there's a lot of us out there that still simply, you know, give for the sake of giving, because that's what the spirit of Christmas is for me.
It is.
It's like Jesus gave his life, his whole life, from birth to crucifixion to this day.
Yeah.
And who knows how many times before that. That's just what we got in our history books according to the way things are right here.
Exactly.
So yeah, that kind of gratitude. I mean, how do you express that other than to be just as giving and
you know,
gratitude filled for your life?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what it means to me.
Yeah, me too. So, yeah. So Christmas is a beautiful, wonderful time of year, and you said something earlier, and it's true. We should celebrate it all year
All year
and live
long.
in that faith and love.
Every day.
Don't just be nice during the holidays and then naughty the rest of the year. That's supposed to be that way.
No, it's just like those people who are really nice when they go to church and then they go home and take off their Sunday best in clothing and attitude.
Yeah. I know. I did that
Wait
way.
a minute, weren't you just at church doing that thing? Yeah, no.
I know. I'm Catholic, remember? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's too funny, but yeah. So
I used to say that to my dad all the time. Don't think that I'm just talking about anybody here. That my father was the same way. He'd go to church. Those people thought that he could do no wrong.
Yeah.
They didn't know him. But he knew I knew him, so he couldn't do that shit with me. I'd be like,
yeah, you're on
you
to
just
him.
at church.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, you need to act like that now. Act like you're in church right here, right now. Treat me like I'm one of your church members, and then we'll get along just fine.
I was reading a poll today, and they did this poll, and I don't know who they do these polls with because I never get a poll, so I don't know where these polls come from.
Right.
But they did a poll.
They didn't call me.
I didn't get in on that memo, okay? But anyway, I was reading about a poll, and it was a Christmas thing, and it was one of them was who wants to be on the naughty list and who wants to be on the nice list, and it was like 86% were on they wanted to be on the naughty list.
Well, let's think about it. What perspective are we talking about naughty? This is the conflict I have with Christmas and what I have with most of the things that are in this backwards world. Because I like to be naughty.
It's okay to be naughty to sense. What kind of naughty are we talking about, Solana?
Exactly. What are we talking about? That's the thing. People's perception and their perspective and the way they judge what is naughty and nice.
Yeah.
Because you could just be somebody who just got caught in a simple little way of light, and boom, you on the naughty list.
That's a naughty list.
And you ain't never going to get off that naughty list for some people. Even though you're not a bad person. So that when you're talking about, I need some definition. What do you mean by naughty? I mean,
well, there's times, I want to be naughty. I want to dance on the table naked and be drunk. There's times I want to do that, but a percentage of the time, I probably am pretty nice. But there are those naughty times because I've done that, guys. I've actually danced on tables naked.
Damn it, I missed that.
That's my biker days, but I've done my naughtiness, but it was all in good fun and
fun. That's the difference.
Yeah, it didn't hurt anybody.
What's the intention behind the naughty? That's what I need to know. That's
what even Janie said, but that didn't hurt others, and that's true. Yeah, what defines naughty, Solana? Because I wasn't hurting anybody being naughty.
No.
In that sense. Now,
see,
you want to talk
I would have said I wanted to be naughty because I don't always want to be nice.
No, there are times you want to be naughty. But there's different levels of naughty. You're right. So they should have defined the levels of naughtiness. Do you want to rob a bank? Do you want to hurt your neighbor? Do you want to? That's naughty. Okay, that's like you need to go repent or something.
Now I know we take it to extremes, and I always do. Because I not that I take it to extreme, but I'm a thinker, and so I know that they're just pertaining to the Santa Claus. You're on the naughty nice list. Kind of situation. But again, there is a movie out, and I can't remember the name of it. It's on the Hallmark Channel. I actually have it on my blog, and it's Naughty or Nice, and it's really interesting because it's about a book, right? This book gets left behind, and this girl finds it, and she starts dealing with the book and dealing with people in her life, and the book actually made her see things naughty. Like if she was seeing somebody and judging them in the naughty list, no matter what they did, they seemed naughty, and then she would see them in the nice. And no matter what they did, it seemed like they were always nice. Yeah. But then the book made her look at it. It's like the book makes you see both sides of the naughty. So then all of a sudden you turn and see the other side of the naughty, and that person that she judged as naughty wasn't so naughty, was actually being nice.
Well, ain't that something?
I love that movie because that's how life is. It's like your perception of one moment does not constitute who that person is.
It's true. It doesn't define you.
It does not define you.
That's true. But I can be naughty. I have my little naughty toy right here. So I can be very, very, very naughty. Okay, guys? Okay? So,
I wanted to pull out my toys, but yeah. See, that's naughty. That's naughty. But
I like what Chris said. That's 50 Shades of Grey shit. Yeah, it is. Anyways.
Yep, I'll tell you.
Yeah, you're right. I would like to see that movie. I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, well, like I said, I have it on my my blog on Ask Solana. It's psychicsolana.com/Ask Solana, and then just scroll down to the Naughty or Nice blog, and the movie's sitting right there, the YouTube movie. It's not the great reception, but or the great quality in copying a movie, but you can watch it, and it'll show you. It's pretty cool. I loved it. When I first saw that, I was like, well, that's awesome. I'm so glad somebody put that out there. Because, again, once you get on that naughty list, everything about your life is naughty all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Interesting. I got to check it out. That's interesting. Well, let me ask you this. Okay. So now we're going to go completely 360 degrees on the right side of me. So, like we as Earthlings on this planet, we celebrate, I think, every culture. Christmas, the birth of Jesus, and the amazing time of year right now, and the warm and fuzzies. Now, do you think they do that on other planets?
No.
Why?
Because it's a different reality in a lot of other planets. They don't have the same consciousness.
You don't think Jesus was born for all humanity and planets, or you think it was only for Earth?
I think it was for Earth. And I really, I've from what I've seen on other existences, they don't have the same consciousness about what we do. I mean, because when you think about it, we've really taken that story and just chopped it up. I mean, how many different religions can now claim that that's their story? How many different scripture, how much different translation and languages? I mean, you can go across the world and see that story in every
That's what I mean.
Culture on this planet. But then when we talk about how things affect everything out the same outwardly, it's like I don't know that like the same kind of bio or small kind of
I didn't mean that. Sorry.
Different entity or whatever maybe on another planet needs the same kind of saving. Because they see things differently. Well, it's like if you're a slug, you see things on the slug level. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
Okay.
Well, according to Star Wars, there is a planet that has these sluggy-looking things on it. But anyway, I mean, I get you. There's a different consciousness. I believe that I do believe there is a few certain planets that have a collective mind. So, that would be totally different from us because we all have free will.
But let me give you an example. We can go back to what I've been doing a lot of reading lately on the history of what's come through different programs like the Pegasus program, which is a looking glass program, which is a time travel, let's go remote view over here, over here. Yeah. Right. Okay. So they're saying that that one time Mars was actually a planet that was about the size of Earth. And that there was a larger Earth-looking planet that was, not too far from that planet, but they didn't know each other. They had no conscious of each other, So they had totally different belief structures, the two different planets. So much so that when they actually became aware of each other, they went to war. And that larger planet is actually what, got blown up and knocked Mars off of its, trajectory. And then actually not just that, but that's what that Van Allen belt is. That's the remnants from that planet. So, but they were rather close together. It's kind of probably like we are with Mars and Earth, where it looked like a huge star to them, right? But then the more that this other disturbances and what have you happen in the galaxy, these planets, became more aware of each other. But they had two totally independent belief systems. These guys over here didn't need a Jesus, and these guys over here had nothing but AI. So they didn't even have the story of Jesus. They had two totally independent belief systems. So it's very possible to be in the same universe, galaxy, Milky Way, with 300 other planets, might have humans on them, but they're going to have different experiences, different belief structures. And the same thing can be said for those dimensional happenings that are supposedly happening right now alongside us. They have different belief structures. So there's many. Jesus isn't the only one.
A lot of people would beg to differ with you, though.
Of course. That's because they only know what they know.
Exactly. They won't want to see beyond that box.
Right. I mean, they're afraid for damnation. Yeah. Don't go off of that, because I'm going to go to hell if I don't believe in God and Jesus. And if anybody talks about it, I can't listen.
Yeah.
But hello.
I believe it to a point that, excuse me. I believe it to
slugs
a point,
probably celebrate something.
Yeah. No, I do. I believe to a point, that there are other galaxies and planets, and why are we to be alone here? What makes us so perfect that we're the only ones here? It's not going to happen. I've had experience of seeing extraterrestrial type vehicles that I know weren't of this world, so I know that it exists. But it does make you wonder, who is their God, or who do they believe in, or what is their collective like, or their society, Let me
tell you, if you've watched the movies that talk about visitors and things that are happening to them, they will tell you, because some people, when they get abducted, especially those that have the faith, they'll scream, "Oh my God," or Jesus, please help me, and these other entities will tell them, he's not going to come help you. He's not. He can't. I am your God. But that's the other thing. All these horrific things is like, where is God? That's the other question a lot of people pose. Where is God? They see God as supposedly this physical thing that's supposed to come down and save them, instead of this etheric thing, spirit, energy that lives within them.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm always going to believe in God and Jesus and Christmas and all, and nothing will ever take that away from me. But like I said, I do believe there are other living beings on other galaxies and planets. What was really interesting is that movie we watched, that miniseries on Sci-Fi. What was it called? I don't remember.
Childhood's End.
Yeah, that was really, really interesting, and how when he came down, he pretty much was kind of God.
Well, and I tell you what, he took away the need for God, because he took away sickness, he took away war.
Yeah.
But he only let him live in it for a little bit of time, because he was fixing to blow up the planet.
Yeah, and that's what he was. He was a supervisor for this particular planet, and he was the overseer of this planet. And when time was up, he was to come and exterminate the planet.
But take the children first.
But take the children. And make it as painless as possible. So he kind of put everybody in a euphoric type world for 13 years or something to kind of build them up. And it was interesting. And he looked like Satan.
Oh my God, the devil himself.
I was like, what?
Yeah, when I saw him, I was like, ooh, what? Again, we want to perceive the devil from what we have experienced, and what we've experienced is other people's storylines.
Yeah, what we've been brainwashed to believe in the pictures, and the churches have been hiring artists since the beginning of art to draw these renditions of evil and stuff, and for us to brainwash us into being submissive and believing in what God looks like, what Jesus looks like, what angels look like, what Satan looks like, what I mean. Yeah.
Oh my God, I had someone unfriend me the other day because I happened to post something on Facebook that was about, Jesus Christ's origins, which happened to be, as we all know, Palestine, which is, darker skin, darker hair, curly hair. I mean, it's not the blonde-haired, blue-eyed Jesus that the churches have had, depicted.
Drawings of.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you called me blasphemy. I was blasphemy because I put a picture of the, what Jesus could have. I didn't even say this was Jesus. This was him. I got proof. I thought it very interesting because anytime I have had encounters with the entity that we want to call Jesus, he has never looked like he had blonde hair and blue eyes. Ever.
Yeah. No, and we know he was Palestinian, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah, he was from Palestine. I mean, even if you don't want to call it Palestine, that's all over there in South Africa area. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
So she was like, I thought this was a spiritual group. And I'm like, first of all, it's my personal page. I'm not a group, and I'm allowed to post whatever I want. And if it offended you, you have to ask yourself, why does that offend you?
Yeah.
It only offends you because it's going against the programming that has been implemented on you. Because Jesus was from Palestine. He was married to a Palestinian woman and father. Well, Heavenly Father, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They were all Palestinian. If he wasn't, he'd be the first white man to make it out of there alive.
Yeah,
Come on.
that's true.
There was no white men there.
No, it was obvious he was Palestinian, so if that offends anybody, sorry, but read the Bible even if you don't believe us. But everybody believes the Bible, but yeah, no, I mean, Janie just said in here that she's actually seen one, so I guess she's seen an alien ship and an alien. We'll have to have her in on that round table when we do it.
Oh, yeah.
To ask her
an alien
talk
ship
about it. That'd be interesting. Because we are going to have a round table. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll talk, not probably this next Sunday, because it's going to be, next Wednesday. In between I don't know what's going to happen. And I still have family here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even tonight, they're all at a dinner, and I didn't go.
Yeah.
But, that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I've been baking so much.
Oh, my goodness.
And then my sister, of course, brought all kinds of stuff from Ohio, and my niece brought all kinds of Milka from Germany for us, from my other sister. Oh, my God.
You're going to eat good.
Woo, I gained 20 pounds.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
But anyway, I mean, talking about, Spirit of Christmas can take us all over the place. It took us, right around to the subject matter that we were going to talk about in the show originally.
And it really does, yeah. And it is interesting.
Because it's vast.
We celebrate in certain ways, but does other galaxies and planets celebrate in their way? Who knows? Janie said that she got married in a Methodist church on the native reservation, and they had a pic of him on the wall, and he had a headband on. Jesus, picture. So
Jesus had a headband on.
There you go. That's their depiction. He looks probably like a Native American Indian.
Oh, and if you had visited, in any time, you can still go to Mexico and visit. Even the depictions they have of him there or what?
Of him. Yeah,
of him.
They have different depictions of him. I've seen the Native American. But see, they say, and I believe this too, that when he died and resurrected, he came here, and he kind of mixed and spoke with the Native American indigenous people here on this continent.
Well, he supposedly went to all nations.
Yeah, so they carried that over. Yeah.
I mean, in all sectors of civilization on this planet. He went to.
Sometimes he shows up on toast.
Or potato chips.
And Pringles,
Some man's underwear. I don't know if y'all saw that one, but oh my God.
Staying on underwear, and Mary has shown up on windows. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Oh my God, there was a building down here in downtown Dunedin, and it was an older building built in probably the 70s or the 80s, and it had a stained windows on it, and it had the shape of the Mother Mary.
Yeah, I think that was actually pretty famous there for a little while, wasn't it? But didn't it break or something? Something happened to it?
They tore the building down.
Okay, I remember something had happened.
But nobody could have a business there because it was really run over by believers, and so it just the nuns, they donated it to a church, and then they just ended up tearing it down,
with that,
making way for new. But I got to tell you, I was watching television last night going to sleep, and I happened to flip through channels when I'm trying to land on something boring enough to go to sleep. And so I was watching, oh God, what's his name? Anyway, talking about how the Shira law is coming here. And that is it's already passed on several different things because of again, we're in America. Anybody can sue anybody, right? Yeah. And if you pay a lawyer enough money, they're going to make sure your case gets won. greasing hands, whatever they got to do. So they already have it placed in places like New Jersey. There's actually a farmer there from Saudi Arabia who got a $3 million loan to do a meat business so that he can provide, the meat now that they're suing for in like places, what was that, Michigan, that want to have, the certain meat supplied by food stamps.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But then he started talking about how the University of Yale University is actually handing out the Quran and wanting people to read and get involved in
and have a class on it too.
The Quran.
To learn it. But yet we can't bring our own religion into
you
schools.
Cannot even talk about Jesus or God in our schools, in our public schools, in our universities and colleges. It's beyond.
I'm not going there. I can't, because I'll get all irate. So I'm not even going to go there. But it's sad.
Yeah, I agree. I know. I saw that also, Janie, about there have been found Hebrew writings before the white conquering even here. They're talking about that the disciples made it to these lands. Did you hear that? Yeah. Yep. The disciples had made it over here before even the China and the Spaniards and then Columbus, because Columbus wasn't the first white man to get over here either.
No. They're finding that they're finding that even the Romans were here.
Yeah.
They just found that Roman sword. It's like, what? Yep. They're rewriting history again.
Again and again. They do it all the time.
But I tell you, I don't. Oops, sorry again. Santa Claus just won't leave me alone today. But I personally, I don't want to go there today because I'm in a really, really good mood, because that just totally upsets me, and I don't want to be one of those, upset people today. But yeah, so it's sad that that's going to be. I don't even want to talk about it. So anyway. It's like, no, I'm not going to ruin my day.
No, we're going to bring back the spirit of Christmas now.
That's right.
Jesus in the house.
Baby Jesus is in the house.
Baby Moses.
You know what? I love baby Moses. I have baby Moses.
I
love baby Moses. I have a moose nativity scene with a baby moose in this little manger. We call him
Praise Moses.
Me and Solana, when she was here, oh God, I miss her, but she was here for a month. We were always walking by it. Praise Moses. Baby Moses.
And there's so many moose things all over Montana, as you can imagine. Statues moose everywhere, different kinds. There's always when we see moose.
Moses. Baby Moses. Praise you, Moses. Now, one of the things I wanted to bring up too is, and this was on the news, so I oh my God, it's on the news, I believe it, but no, it was on the news. So it was like, so everybody saw this, and it was also a piece of it was on Facebook as well. But there was oh my God, was it McDonald's? I can't remember now, doggone it. But a fast food chain that had a nativity scene. You know how they have people go and they draw on the windows for Christmas? They paint a nativity scene. And they were ordered, people, I guess there were some people that were offended by the nativity scene, baby Jesus and the wise men and Mary and Joseph, that they called corporate, and so corporate had to tell them to take it down. And I was really offended by that. I was very offended by that. So Mary and I drove around here, and we have nativity scenes, and I should have got some pictures, but I didn't actually have my camera that day, my phone. But there are nativity scenes on a lot of the buildings and restaurants here, even the IHOP.
Yeah.
Now, how come they're not offended here?
Oh, you live in a small town, girl.
But it's really not. But you know what I mean? It's really not.
I mean, you don't have all those religions there. You might have a church on every corner, but they're pretty much Catholic. There's not too many different. We don't
have a lot of the Muslims here. We don't. But that's what I'm saying. That is so freaking sad, man.
There's also the 10 Commandments on every other freaking parking lot. Oh my God.
Oh my God. You guys, the 10 Commandments here, you're never going to forget them.
Everywhere.
Trust me.
Just like the casinos. Everywhere. There's a casino, there's a 10 Commandment right beside it.
It's true. But you know what I love about living here? Is they so accept Mary and I. Everybody that we go and frequent restaurants or whatever, they start to, it's a smaller town and our neighbors and everybody, they're starting to kind of know who we are, and they accept us. They're like, hey, whatever, that's cool. We love it.
Except for that one lady inside Wendy's that one day. Mm.
Oh, yeah, she was kind of off her rocker a little bit. Bless her heart. She'd come right out of therapy, you could tell. So that's all right. You know, God loves her. But
Yes.
we have some strange people that live here. Yes, we do. But, you know, Mary and I were quick to judge one guy that we see driving around. And it's not that small a town. We have a Walmart, Kmart. We have everything.
Mm-hmm.
But there's this one Suburban that drives around, an old Suburban, and all over it's handwritten on it are these scriptures. All over it. It's just handwritten scriptures all over this white Suburban.
Praise
So
Jesus.
Mary and I, praise Moses, you know. So Mary and I were like judging this guy. We were like, you know, this guy's whacked. This is whack. How stupid of us to judge. How wrong is that? It really made me look at myself, and Mary looked at herself after Mary got to meet the guy. She went into a store to buy cigarettes, and he was in there. And he started visiting with Mary for a minute, and he was just really straight up nice guy. Mm-hmm. And Mary came out. I was sitting in the car, and she came in. She goes, you know that Suburban owner? I go, yeah, weirdo guy? Yeah. I said, yeah. Was he weird or what? She goes, oh, no. And she told me the story about him. He was a vet. He was a vet, and he had a reason to be the way he was. And he was an amazing, just really sane kind of guy. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, my God, here we were judging him.
Yeah.
How wrong was that?
Yeah.
How many people do judge him?
Constantly. Everyone gets judged. It doesn't matter. Everyone is judged. You can't walk outside without somebody looking at you and judging you.
Exactly.
That's that.
And I
don't judge nobody. I don't stand outside and judge everybody driving by. But as they drive by, I can feel them judging me.
I feel like Mrs. Kravitz in my neighborhood because I'm so bored. I'm watching everybody. I can tell Mary when our neighbor goes to lunch.
And you got a window just like her too. They all see you watching.
I have this huge picture window, you guys, and I always have it open. And so, Solana, we're here. You saw me doing it. We'll be watching the neighbors. Oh, look, so-and-so's out. Oh, look, she's taking her daughter to school. We already know what they're doing.
They're waving. Even the mailman, he's looking in your window. Well, hi.
We wave. Yeah. I got my mailman a box of candy for Christmas, okay? I know him because we're like this. Every day he sees my window. So it's really funny. Mrs. Kravitz. Like, Mary! Mary! Look what the neighbor's doing! Why are they leaving? Why are they leaving in separate
Where are they going?
Are they in a fight?
Right. He's been gone all afternoon. Yeah.
The other night, both of them left in separate cars, and I was sitting here with Mary, and I went, Mary, I wonder if they got in a fight, because they're both leaving, and they're leaving in separate cars. Why are they leaving in separate? What the fuck do I care?
Why do you care? Mary doesn't care. Mary and Mary don't care. Mary's going, I don't know, Christina. Do you want me to walk over there and ask them?
That's Mary, yeah.
Yeah.
I was really worried about them. I don't know.
But they're fine. They're fine.
Okay. They
were just going to two separate places.
Yeah, but 8 o'clock at night? Come on, that ain't normal.
Maybe they were Christmas shopping. You know? They were going out to buy each other a gift. They couldn't go together. I don't know. Maybe he worked.
Mrs. Kravitz. Oh, thank you, Janie. Hey, I wanted to do a shout-out. Eileen Robbins, one of my clients who I adore, is a friend of mine in California. Actually, she's not just a client. She's a good friend. She's listening. So I guess she's not in our chat. I don't know how that happened. But I want to give her a shout-out. So Eileen Robbins, hello. I love her so much. She is an amazing woman. She's an animal lover. She has this huge day spa for dogs.
Oh, nice.
I know they swim and everything. It's really cool.
Nice. So,
doggy daycare. I forgot.
Well, we'll have to make sure she gets the chat link so she can come into the live chat. Again, for those of you watching into the recorded session, come and like us over on Facebook at Paranormal Psychic Network. It's our group over there where we post the link to come into the chat. We also post it on our private pages as well. But yeah, definitely to get the links for all the shows, because we do want to come in there and come into the chat with us. But anyway, we're going to say goodbye, even though I don't know if she just started listening or not, but it's 9 o'clock. And so, but you guys are welcome to hang out for a little bit if you want to in the chat room with us. We just do a little after party and just talk until everybody gets bored and hangs up.
much.
But thank you guys for liking us, for coming and subscribing to us, for commenting on our shows, and definitely for following us over on Facebook so you can get those. But, well, we love you guys too. Thank you. And they're saying hello to Eileen in the chat room also.
Oh, they're saying hi.
And yes, everybody have a very Merry Christmas. Brian and I will not be on this Sunday. He will be enjoying his family time. I'll be enjoying mine. So that's okay.
And I will be in Idaho. So.
Yeah, and you'll be in Idaho. So we won't be back next Wednesday either. So we'll be enjoying the week of festivities.
Anybody in California, go to campeileen.com or just go check it out, campeileen.com. You won't believe these animals. What a spa. Oh, my God.
Awesome.
So anyway, I had to give her a shout out. I love her.
All right, yeah, totally. All right, so, I'm going to go ahead and click off the stop broadcasting, but we will see y'all next time. Be sure and subscribe so you get notices to when we come on next time.
Absolutely.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Janie, Chris.
Happy
Thank
New
you guys
Year.
for joining us tonight. Yay.
Yes, thank you.